everyone, this is Jurgita from Magiban Crafts, and today is February 15th, and as you can see out of my window, that's what the weather is looking like. We have a full blast winter, mid-February finally. We have a good amount of snow, so that would have been fun if not for the super extreme cold that we have right now, so we're staying indoors. And one of the things I'll be doing is, of course, stitching. So let's get to it. So this is the project that I'm starting today. And it's by Lithuanian painter composer Čiurlionis. It's his painting, The Fairy Tales of Kings, I guess it would translate. And this is what it looks like right now. It's about 28.5% almost done out of the whole piece. That was a pattern was created by Astra, and original painting was slightly cut down because we don't need all of that tips of the trees that keeps going, so you can tell where it's starting. And I love how it looks. I'm stitching this on the 18th count cream, or no, ivory color Ada, I believe, 2/1 with DMC threads. And my starting point this month is gonna be from this part, which is gonna be this king's face. So I'm very excited to see how it's gonna turn out. And there's going to be much more light colors than what it was on the top row and the edges, and we'll see probably all of those rays of light that coming from the world that they're holding in and looking at it. So you can kind of tell that some of the rays starting all the way here. So I can't wait and see how this one is gonna look like. And then there's gonna be next king in there with a little bit more in face in the shadow. But this is what I'm starting this month, and I want to make minimum of a couple thousand stitches. So we'll see how it turns out. So I'll be back in a second for you. And my two kings, after 23 total days of stitching, some of them were fully full days, some are just partial, but that's what I've got. So as you can see, my first king is done with its facial features. You can tell, I mean, when you look up close, I couldn't figure out what are those weird colors. It's like, where is the eye? But when you pull out a bit more, you can see the shading where is the eye socket and the cheekbones that are lit up by the light. So I'm very happy that I finished this part. It's of course the whole piece is not supposed to be realistic, so as you can see, some of the like branches partial see-through kind of thing. So since the head is done, what's next is going to be a bit boring part. So right underneath the chin is going to be just the sun rays and the trees trunks in here, and then we're gonna reach the second king and his face. So we should see even some, I believe this is beard in here. So this is where I'm gonna start on the day 24th, and right now after 23 days, 31.63% of the whole piece done. So as you can see, it's not very hard to actually stitch on this and finish it up. If only I could concentrate on just this one whip, but my other whips are calling. And let's look what I've been doing with my February dragon ornament. And here is my ornament as of right now. It's kind of shining through, so you can already tell a little bit where the threads in the back went connected. But I have just over 60% of main stitching done. I try to concentrate on the main character, the dragon itself, with the bow, and maybe it's even some arrows gonna be in here. And this was taking more not exactly confetti, but more colors in here. So then I believe I'm starting to get to the point where it's gonna be just bigger blocks of colors, so that the last part is gonna go much faster. But I'm gonna be working a little bit on that and on the king, and we'll meet again probably in a few days, and hopefully this will be done and the king will be pushed even closer to the finish. And today is the 21st of February, and total right now my King's Fairy Tale, or two kings, have 25 days worked on. So I'm counting these days to see how many days it could take to finish such a project. So as you can see, I filled in some of the trees, and you can tell that the rays are fairly visible and on the face and on the trees in here. And this is where it's about to start second king, so that's about the point. And gonna be more rays, and then it's gonna be facing here too. So the next time I'm hoping to catch this king's face on the stitching. So that's my two kings. And as you know, I also worked on my February dragon ornament. And ta-da, I have it right here. So as you can see, it's all done, all the main stitching, all the parts are filled in where needed to be with the half stitches. I sent out the photo to designer, and I'm gonna be waiting for back stitching pattern to come. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna start again on a different project, and that's gonna be my head. And that is my lion head. Right now I have a total, I think, 46 days worked on this from beginning of the project. And I'm gonna just continue. I think this part I've done a little portion in here by 15, so I'm gonna just continue filling up all that spot under eye and to the right of the eye until I reach the end. Don't know how much I'll do this time, but at least a few days again I'll be putting in on my lions. So we'll meet in a second to see how it looks after that. Well, guess what, guys? Today is the last day of the month, and I need to do all kinds of wrap-ups for the monthly and weekly challenges. And let's see what I've done on the whole week of what you haven't seen. So I'll just kind of pan out, and that's where the end again of the row is. So you can see I put some dent in my lion. I almost had the dragon, but it's a lion. And I filled up some of the more empty spots where it needed to be filled in here by all those whiskers. And you can tell that you can see already the ear that's pointing out. And if we look at the picture, it's the ear is here, and there's gonna be more like a shading happening in there, but dark color starting to creep more and more in that corner, and that's where it is. So it's still not night, so I can still stitch a tiny bit, but I have to finalize all my what do you call those, weekly and monthly challenges, I guess I could say, in all the different groups, and have to calculate how much I've done and post the pictures and make sure, especially like in the magical school, that I've done all correctly and added all up and turned in time before midnight. Plus I'll talk a little bit about upcoming month in a few minutes, but this is not only a thing that I worked on in the past week, because I had a weekly homework, and I'll show you what else I've done. So there were a few homework parts of the past week that I couldn't use my lion. So this, as you can see, is a plastic canvas kit, Dracula tissue box, and I needed at least 200 stitches in that, and I've done it. So I used half stitches in here, and just went or just tiny bit over 400 of those half stitches, because we divided exactly half to make at least those 200. So that was not taking a lot of time, because as you can see, it's all in one color. That's why I decided to quickly do it, because it's a side of his coffin, and that's the color that's supposed to be. So I just went quickly through this and finished that part of homework, but it also helped me push this through a little bit faster to get it a little bit more done, because it was not moving as fast as I wanted. I guess I could say that to all my whips, but that was one of the works, and I had also worked on another for homework. And ta-da, this is my oldest whip by Linen and Threads 2017 Mystery Sampler. So it's not eager to be finished, I guess, or I'm not eager to finish it yet. I just do it little by little, because it's 1/1 on 32 count, so it's a small count, and I'm using 3 different types of plain color threads and 1 multicolor to get it all done. So at the same time, I'm just picking colors that I want to use, and I'm using. So just stitch a little bit in here, and that was like 200 stitches, because they're just so tiny, and it's stitched on linen. So it's still moving slowly, but that's working. I think this is August piece. There's gonna be another bigger part of that, so it's at least the one row is pretty much done in that, at least even though it's a small. So I just finished this part, and also I finished one of my small ones that I had to finish, and I guess I'm thinking you're guessing what that was. So let's see. And if you guessed that it's my dragon ornament, you would be right. I got my backstitching pattern from designer, and I did it. It didn't take super long, because it was only one color, and it was with 1 and 2 threads to stitch. So that was all it took to put what you've seen like a few minutes ago without the backstitching, and this is what it looks like with the backstitching. So that would be my number 11th from the beginning when we started this project, and 1 more month left. So in the March, I'm gonna have last piece for the collection of the 12 ornaments with dragons from I guess you would translate Life of a Dragon Throughout the Year, loosely translation from Russian language. So that's what I am, and I still have enough of this fabric to flip over to do the last ornament, and then I can start cutting them all up and FFOing. Although I don't know if it's gonna happen this year, but who knows. But that was also in one of my magical schools smalls, so that was not used for any of the homework parts, and I'm happy to say that I finished it in time, and now hopefully tonight we'll get a pattern for the last dragon. I don't know what it will associate with since it's March, but we'll see. So that's all I worked in the past whole week. Majority of that was, of course, my lion. And tomorrow starts a new month, so it's a new weekly homework, magical school stitches, and it's a monthly stitching challenge there, extra, and monthly reading. I'm trying to finish up 2 books that I've started to use it for February, so I'm hoping to finish it today, both of them. So that's one of my things to do. And also tomorrow starts Stichovia's magical Stitch Wars. So that's battle gonna be happening, and we're doing countdown for that. And let's see what else. Oh, in March, I'm gonna try to make now a separate video of all the plans of my new starts that I was planning for this year. And March is gonna have a lot of new starts, and some of that also is gonna be in May. So hopefully I'll be able to put it out for next few days, something new, so you can look at them, and maybe you'll be inspired to get some of those whips too. One of them, group of them actually, it was something unexpected that I just stumbled upon a few days ago and decided to participate. It's also first stitching of collaboration of like a 50 designers, Russian speaking designers, that they're gonna do dresses for like well, it used to be like a paper doll looking, but now it's out of wood. So I'm gonna try to stitch some of the dresses. They're not very big, and they were not included in my original 44 new start list, but I'm including now. So there might be some things pushed over from my original list, but we'll see how it all goes. Maybe I'll just add them to my whole new thing pile. So I think that's this. I need to put it all together for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this fairly short video of the second part of February. Outside the weather already warmed up, and today we're actually having quite a bit of rain, but spring birds are singing, so all the snow is melted, and yeah, spring is coming. So that's that, and I'll be very happy if you will leave me a comment about any of those projects, or if you have questions or just wanted to say hello. Don't forget to click like, and if you want to support this channel, I'll leave a link below. And I'm gonna be sitting right now at the computer trying to play again with my new editing program, so I can post it for you to see. So until the next time, this was Jurgita with Magic Pawn Crafts saying bye bye. Ata.